Hello crafty friends, welcome back to the channel for another card making video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some real-time crafting with you, so feel free to craft along. But essentially, we're just going to be playing with some fun and easy mixed media techniques. I'm going to focus more on having fun, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So come along and craft with me. Okay friends, so I have gone ahead and pulled out a few supplies from my card making stash to show you guys kind of what the idea is in case you want to craft along. So first off, I've selected just a kind of little rainbow of Pink Fresh Studio inks. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of these yet or just some, but I do find that when I do some mixed media type things, if I'm going to be blending a lot of colors together, I kind of like to pick ones that flow in kind of that rainbow pattern, just so that it's a little less likely that I'm going to create mud in my background. I've also gone ahead and just pulled out some card size panels of cardstock to work on. Today I'm using the Vicky Bouton paper. I'll be sure to link it below. This stuff is really great if you want to use some of your different mediums. I also went ahead and pulled out this butterfly die from Hero Arts. It actually comes with two, but I'm only going to be doing, I think, the big one today. And I did go ahead and pre-die cut that out just to save some time. So I did the one with the insides popped out in gold, and then I have a vellum and a white solid butterfly. Not exactly sure which of those I'm going to use yet today, but we will wait and see. And then for stamps and stencils, I have this mixed textures stamp set from Hero Arts. It has a ton of really cool kind of mixed media feel stamps, so I thought this would be a great one to use. And then to go with the butterfly theme, I pulled out my favorite butterfly stencil. This one's from Brutus, Monroe. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Butterfly Heart. It's an older one, but if you can get your hands on this and you love butterflies, I think you definitely should. So let's just start crafting away. So I'm just going to set all these things aside that we don't need just yet. And I'm thinking that we could start with our backgrounds. So for the background today, because we don't really need a perfect imprint of the background, because I'm kind of going for, you know, more of the messy, just happen to be here kind of vibes on this one. I'm not going to pull out my Misty. I'm just going to go ahead and peel a stamp right off. And we'll do some just block stamping with this. So I have these, I believe these are the Tim Holtz blocks. They're the really skinny ones with the grid. I really like these. Just going to stick that, well, I stick that really crooked, but that's okay. No worries. You can tell my stamp is well loved. And maybe I'll start with two card panels for now. I'm thinking while I have my card making supplies out, I'll try to do two. Aim for two, but if we only get one, that's okay too. And I'm also thinking maybe I'll do one landscape and one portrait just to kind of change things up. So for my background today, I'm going to start with doing some heat embossing. Yeah, because I'm kind of embracing the messy look, messy vibes with these, I'm not going to be super duper worried about getting a perfect, ooh, sorry, that was really loud, getting a perfect stamp or anything. And if I get some stray powder on my art too, I'm just not really worried too much. One thing though, when I look at the stamp, it is very square, and I kind of don't want that. So I'm just kind of going to take my finger and kind of just mush around a little bit and remove some of that embossing powder here and there. And we'll just kind of see how that goes. Even now, I'm just kind of willy-nilly inking it up, kind of wiggling it around with my finger. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Another thing that we can do is if we don't want those lines, we can also do like, we can stamp like this. Oh, that one's a little crooked. That's okay, we're gonna roll with it. Ooh, maybe I'll just keep stamping like this. Maybe not. So kind of, again, stick one kind of up here in the corner. Oh, my fingers are getting sticky. Kind of do one down here. Maybe just a little bit there. A little up here. I don't know. Whatever you feel. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So now that we have our Versamark sticky ink down, I'm going to go ahead and start sprinkling on some embossing powder. This is just white embossing powder. If you want to do clear, you could totally do clear instead. I'm not doing clear just because my embossing ink is a little bit icky, for lack of a better word. And I have that sort of gray color in there. So I think if I did clear, you'd probably see that ugly ink on there. And I don't want that. But if you have clear and a nice embossing powder, that would work too. One thing I really love about mixed media is it really allows us to just kind of be free with our craft supplies and kind of just to do whatever we feel, whatever makes us happy. You know, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And if there is, I don't know what that is. So this one I have a ton of like ugly fingerprints and stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush a bunch of that off. But if you like the look, you can leave it. This one has more of that perfect kind of stamped look. I might actually just embrace that. I'm just kind of going to tap to remove some of that on the edge. I think that'll, yeah, I like the tapping. It gives it like a softer look, as opposed to like whoosh, and trying to fake that. Oh, I'm going to do that in here too. Yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. I'm going to go back to this guy. Do a little, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, so there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you like the crisp lines of the, you know, that we got from the stamping, totally do it. If you don't, you don't. If you hate it all, you know, brush off what you don't like. Totally okay too. Just going to give my desk a quick wipe before I pull out my heating tool so I don't cook any embossing powder on my desk. And then I'm going to go ahead and start melting these. So bear with me here with the noise for just a few moments. Just kind of melt these until they're smooth. So that one's good enough. I'm going to move to the second one. Sorry, that probably was very boring to watch. But now you should be able to see a little bit of that shine on there. And we'll move on to, I think, these guys next. Do some inking. Yeah. So I'm going to start with the yellow, the lightest color. And yeah, honestly don't really have a plan for this. Just kind of going to ink it up and see where she goes. You know, it's funny, normally when I'm crafting, I'm very particular about what I'm doing. And I like to sit down and craft with a plan. You know, kind of knowing what I want the end result to look like. You know, everything I do with a purpose of, you know, a final look in mind. Actually, I'm going to just switch to the darker one maybe. But, so it's really hard for me to kind of do these kind of cards because honestly, I can't visualize. I can't visualize what we're going to get at the end of this. I have to just work through the layers and see kind of what happens and go from there. You know, I know there's a lot of like mixed media artists, which I am by no means a mixed media artist. But I know there's a lot of those guys out there who can visualize all the layers coming together and, you know, how that's going to look exactly. But I'll be real with you, like that is just not me. I cannot visualize all the different steps ahead. You know, maybe it's like people who are good at chess and they can see the different steps, you know, ahead and predict what they're going to do to get the end result. But that's not me when I play chess either. So I think I'm okay with yellow. So I'm going to move on to one of these oranges here. This is the Sun-Kissed ink color from Pink Fresh Studio. I love these mini ink cubes because I can fit like a gazillion of them in my desk drawer without them taking a ton of space. Ooh, I'm really liking those colors blended together. The Sunshine and the Sun-Kissed. I'm really loving that. Yeah, this is why I like to use colors that kind of go in the rainbow order, because you kind of get the feel for what's going to go, what's going to blend together nice, because I really don't want to create mud. I pulled out this purple here because I think it'll be beautiful blended with the pink, but at the same time, like, it's a little bit terrifying because, like, I know, like, purple and yellow are not going to be great buddies next to each other if I'm blending on top. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm kind of liking that so far. I'm going to set that one aside. Go back to this guy. If you do a lot of mixed media card making, I'd love to hear in the comments below if you're one of those people who plan out all the steps, or if you're like me, if you just kind of start layering stuff together, hoping for the best and seeing what happens. Yeah, it's honestly, I feel very calm and very just kind of zen blending these colors together. Oh, sorry, I'm out of the frame. Yeah, it's very, this is a very relaxing way to make cards. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like with card making, it's not always about the destination. Like sometimes it's stressful when we sit down because we have to make a card for somebody. You know, the birthday is tomorrow or the wedding is tomorrow and you're like, oh, I only have time today to make this card. And the ideas don't flow. It can be very stressful. But it's also nice to just sit down without a purpose in mind and just play with the supplies and see what you like. Maybe I'll add a little bit of this darker orange in there. I mean, like, why not? I'm feeling the orange. Feeling the orange today. So this color is Mimosa. Yeah, I'm gonna move to the pink. Ballet Slippers is pretty light. Honestly, I might even skip Ballet Slippers and move right into this guy. Sparkling Rose. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Sparkling Rose is one of my favorite colors from Pink Fresh Studio. If you've been to my channel before, you've most definitely seen me use this color. I'm kind of obsessed. I think it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving this. Yeah, maybe I don't even need the purple one. I don't know. It's hard to know. I'll set that aside while I look at this guy. So right now as I'm blending these on, honestly, I'm not super worried about what's going where or what, because I know that pink, orange, and yellow all play nice together. So if I blend, you know, orange over pink, I know it's going to be great. If I blend the pink over the yellow, I know that's going to be great. We already know that the orange and the yellow go nice together. So I'm just kind of filling in any of the gaps. And this is by no means the end of this project yet. So I'm not worried about having, you know, the perfect, most smooth blend here, because I know we're going to be layering lots of things on top that are going to help it all kind of flow together. Do we want the purple? Maybe I'll do the purple just on this one a little bit. Why not? I mean, when in Rome. If I don't like it, I just won't do that one in case it turns out horribly. Ooh. Okay. I like that. Maybe I'll just do the corners. Oh, sorry, I'm off the screen. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, yeah, I like the purple in there. I think I'm good for ink blending right now. I am going to go ahead and just kind of set these aside for just a second and just give a little wipe down to my glass mat so that I don't get ink everywhere. I have to say I love these glass mats. I don't know how I ever lived without one. So now I got these guys, and maybe I'll even just take that cloth and just give a little wipey wipe. I'm just buffing off anything that might, any ink that might be, oh yeah, I got some, that might be hanging out on top of this embossing. Let that embossing powder shine a little bit and see exactly what we have. Okay, yeah, I'm liking those. Not bad. Okay. Next up, how about we do some stamping, some more stamping. I'm kind of feeling this guy. I like how on this stamp, the edge of the stamp is already like organic and very, I don't know how to describe that. Like how it's not a square and it's not a defined edge, which I like for this project. So I don't have to worry about, you know, altering the stamp and trying to ink in certain places or anything. I think it's going to give me like a nice shape. The other thing is, I don't know if I want to go this way Or if I want to just keep doing linear stamping. I'm kind of feeling the linear stamping look. You know what? I'm just going to roll with it. We'll just see what happens. So I'm going to go in with this orange color, I think. Mimosa. And then maybe I do a little bit of this orange guy together. And we'll stamp it down. If we don't love it, don't worry, we could maybe cover it up with something else. Yeah, honestly not loving it just yet. Maybe we'll do a little down here. Add a little pink to this one. I'm not worried about being perfect. Ooh, okay. Liked that. I like the pink and the orange together. That's kind of fun. Maybe I'll just give this a little spray and wipe down. Whoop. Do some pink. Do some orange. Ooh, maybe I'll go right in the middle because I have this kind of gap in here. That makes me nervous, but I'm doing it. And I kind of want just maybe up in this corner too, just a little something, something. There. Okay, I'm gonna move to this guy. Give that a wipey wipe. Some sparkling rose. Maybe we do a little bit of it. Do I want to? No, I'm not brave enough for the purple. No, I'm not. Maybe I'll go crazy, add this yellow in. Oh, I'm feeling that. Some sun-kissed. Yeah, I'm honestly not even worried about, like I say, inking these up perfectly, because we want that kind of rustic, whatever happens, happens look. And I think that as soon as we, oh, maybe I'll just do a little double stamping. Oh, that was crooked. That's okay. I like it. Yeah, okay. I'm liking that. Sometimes I also find it really hard just to know when to stop. Like, should I keep stamping and layering? Should I stop? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that's the magic of mixed media. You can stop anytime. I kind of want something here because of this little gap. Maybe the pink. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, guys. Okay. I'm cool with that. So I'm going to just stick this guy back in the sheet. Do I want to go with another stamp? I kind of like this text one too. The problem is I like them all. Yeah, I do like this. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? I'm going to do it. Sorry, I lost visual there. Hope I didn't lose you for too long. So I have some just text stamps. I'm kind of feeling the pink for this. Oh, I did not stamp that well at all, but that's okay. Maybe pink wasn't the best option of a color for that. Maybe I'll leave that one as is. That's how we learn. We try, we don't like, we learn. So I think I'm good with the stamping for now. I'm just going to slide those guys to the side. Maybe I'm thinking pastes. Move on to some pastes. So because I'm using the gold butterfly as the accent on the front of my card, I'm kind of feeling gold paste on here as well. I'm going to do something crazy. I think I just want it as kind of an accent in the background. So I'm going to just kind of going to mix it up. I haven't used this guy in a while. But what I'm thinking is I'm just going to apply with my hand. I know it's crazy, kind of gross. Just going to put some on my finger and going to grab a paper towel so I don't make the biggest mess in the world. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go kind of whoosh it across. Is that the technical term? Whooshing? I also think that by adding it like this, it's going to dry pretty fast because I'm not pasting on a huge layer of paste. And I still want to do some like stenciling on top. And the thing about doing projects like this is every layer of paste that you add, right, you got to wait for it to dry before you can move on to the next step. So I don't want every layer to be, you know, waiting and waiting for stuff to dry. I think it's kind of more fun to just yeah, I'm kind of liking that look. Okay, I'm going to set that guy aside. I'm going to do I want to do the same thing with this guy? For this guy, I'm thinking I'm going to do some side to side like before. And then maybe I'll switch to the opposite direction. And do some like this. Yeah. Wasn't as straight as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. It's kind of just creating interest. I like the shine that that gives. Gonna set that aside. So just as I'm cleaning up my paste here, I do want to mention that I actually have like a tub of warm soapy water here, like a container just by my feet, where I'm actually just gonna rinse this off really quickly. I just sort of rinse it off as fast as I can, or swish it around and then kind of just leave it in the bucket there for later, so that nothing crusts on and ruins my tools. So how are we looking here? It's still, so it's going to need a few seconds here to dry. While that's drying, we can plan out our next layer, which I'm thinking is going to be this guy, the butterflies, because I'm obsessed with them and they're gorgeous. I'm kind of thinking I want to put them in kind of the top left and top right corners on both of these. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. So before I can do that, I'm just going to pull out my heat tool. And I apologize for the noise. It shouldn't take very long because I really applied just the thinnest layer of that gold on there. If you didn't want to use your finger, I think that using a paintbrush too would give you really cool, like that brush stroke look that I kind of wanted to create with my finger. Maybe I should have done that instead. Oh well, we've learned. We know for next time. Yeah, so that's already dry. That took like nothing at all. Because yeah, I'm thinking when I put this on here, it might be nice to kind of have like something to guide the eye this way. That's why I'm thinking here and here and here and here to be for the stencil. So let's do that next. For the paste, I'm thinking I'm going to use this Hero paste. This is just the white one. I love this stuff. Oh. So just kind of, this is a magnetic mat, so I'm just gonna, might as well stick some stuff down just to be safe. I'm kind of liking the natural way that those guys just float up there, so I'll do this one. Oops, got some off. Swipe that with my finger. No big deal. Yeah, it's funny. When I first started crafting and I first tried pastes, I hated them because as somebody who really tries to be, I don't want to say perfect, but like wants that pristine application on a stencil, it can be really challenging to do that. And so if you find that you're also like that, maybe just try these crazy, you know, winging it type of stencil techniques. And you might get a little more comfortable with using stencils over time. Because if the application isn't perfect, we're not worried. Like, we're not going to, even if this, you know, if these don't stencil as nice as we wanted, we're not throwing this away. We're still going to make it into a card. Maybe if we don't like it, we'll just put more things on the front to cover it up. But we're going to do it. See that guy? He kind of gooed everywhere. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to throw that aside. Wow, did I ever make a mess? Did I ever make a mess? I'm just going to dip a paper towel in my little bin of water here. And give this a quick wipey before it crusts onto my mat. Which, as you can see, it's already drying. This stuff dries real fast. So I'm going to give that a wipe like so. And then I'm going to follow that up with just a microfiber wipe. And then I'll move on to this guy. You know, the heart almost fits across the whole page. Do I want to do the whole page on this one? Do I want to do that? Do I want to be crazy and just do the whole thing? Maybe. Am I making a mess? Yes. Am I having fun? Also yes. So, because it's going to give that... I'm just kind of scraping it a little closer to the surface because a thinner layer will dry faster. I'll put the rest of that in the jar. Put my lid on. Peel off my stencil. Set that to dry. I'm going to throw this in my water bin. Just grabbed a paper towel here. Just gonna give this a clean. Ugh. Yeah, paste, they can be kind of messy, not gonna lie. Also me, I'm pretty messy, so I probably make a bigger mess than's necessary. Are you guys clean as you go crafters, or you wait till the end and clean it up later crafters? I am generally a wait till the end kind of crafter, but I've learned the hard way that if you don't clean your stencils off with paste, your stencils will not survive. So there are certain times that we just need to clean as we go. Okay. So just going to slide these bad boys back into the frame, see what we're looking at. So they're still pretty wet. So I'm going to grab my heat tool again and give these a nice little dry. If you're crafting along with me, I hope you're having fun today. If you're not crafting along with me, I hope that whatever you are crafting is fun. Or if you're not crafting at all, I hope at least you have a nice cup of coffee or a snack with you and that you're enjoying the conversation. Yeah. Whoop. Just gonna give this guy a dry too. Yeah, this one really kind of glooped all over the place, but I don't know. It is what it is. What I really should have did is washed my hands before all this paste cooked onto my hands, but that'll be a later me problem. Honestly, I think this is the worst part about doing mixed media things. It's the waiting. I'm one of those crafters who likes to just craft and craft and craft and craft and craft. And I just don't consider this crafting, waiting. And often, I'm also one of those who prefer to just let stuff air dry. But when we do that and we come back, right, sometimes we lose our crafting mojo, or we come back to our project and we're like, oh, what was I even doing with that again? It's kind of, we lose our crafty mojo or our crafty flow sometimes. And that can make it difficult, right, to use these kind of mediums. Just gonna, ooh, honestly, it feels very dry. Yeah, this is the scientific way of making sure it's dry, touching it with your hands. So at this point, we have a few options. We could either ink on top, which could be really cool, or we could honestly just leave it as is and start assembling it all together. I don't know when to stop, so I'm going to throw a little bit of extra ink on, I'm thinking. I'm going to start with this one just because this is the one that I stenciled first. Ooh. Ooh, look how this paste holds that ink on. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. I'm just kind of going to go with the color that's underneath. And add that on top. Yeah. And this guy's, he's orange, but he's close to the pink, so I'm going to make this guy pink. Ooh, yeah. And then these guys over here. Some pink. Some orange. Whoop. Other things you could do at this point, if you wanted to do some splattering, that's an option. If you want to just keep layering more and more things on, it's also an option. Oh my gosh, I just inked over the lid of the other one. You could still keep stenciling, layering, adding more. You could do another paste on top, like we did the gold and the white, but if you have other colors you wanted to add on, that would be fun too. Okay, move into the orange. Move into the orange. And maybe just, I'm kind of feeling like I'm losing them and they're kind of blah, so I'm just going to take some yellow. Oh yeah. And just brighten them up a bit. Okay, so that's what we got. It's not horrible. Is it my favorite thing I've ever made? I'm going to say no. But it's not bad. I'm not hating it. So let's give that a wipe. Yeah, from here I think I'm ready to start some assembling. Also, I kind of wish I didn't ink over those butterflies now, but that's okay. Hindsight is 20/20, right? So the edges of these are kind of gross, so I'm thinking I'm going to trim this down. And also trimming it down is going to should give me like that nice white border around the edge, which I love on cards. So I'm just going to trim. I'm doing about 1/4 of an inch on each side, which should give me, which should end up with kind of that. There you go. See how that goes. Do the same for this one. If you started with a larger panel, you'll have some options about if you want to center your piece a certain way. Maybe you have one side you really like and one side you really hate. You might want to trim more off the not like side. You know, there's options here. Trim this down. I have to trim a little bit more off either the top or the bottom, so I think I'm going to do the bottom. Hopefully these are about the same size. Ooh, they are. Leave those there. So for sentiments today, I already went ahead and heat embossed these guys. These are the basic banners from Pink Fresh Studio. But I do still have to die cut them out, so I'll do that now. Yeah, I did them in advance in gold because I didn't know how much time we would have. And I wanted to focus more on playing with all the, you know, all the things, as opposed to being boring and die cutting. Oh my gosh, sorry, my head's totally in the way. These are, I'm not great at lining up dies, to be honest. Not my favorite thing to do. Honestly, I feel like maybe they should scooch up just a teensy bit. Nope. If you have this die set and there's a trick to lining them up, let me know. Well, it doesn't look horrible. I'll stick with that. Just grabbing my die cutting plates out of the drawer. And I'm going to go ahead and zip that through the machine. I do want to mention as well that I will be sure to link all of the items that I'm using in this project in the description box below. As well, I do like to post a little blog post on my website to show you all the things as well. In case you're looking for something specific, that might be easier to find it. But yeah, I like to share the things in case you do want to craft along. See, I just love this. Like, there's so many sentiments on here. I'm definitely going to find something that's going to go with these cards. I do have some pre-cut and scored card bases as well. Honestly, I just always keep these on hand because I hate doing them. I really, really hate making them. And I know that sounds horrible, but same thing. It's easier for me to keep my crafty process going if I don't have to stop and do tasks that aren't crafty, quite honestly. So my plan is to kind of put these together like so. This is the vertical one. We got some sentiments. And so here's my butterflies. I did 2, hoping for the best. Oh, you know, that doesn't look half bad. Maybe I do one this way. Do I want the vellum only? Do I want the white only? Do I want both? Maybe I'll do both. I don't know. I already die cut them. Might as well use them. And then we need some kind of sentiments here. I literally love every single one of these sentiments. They're also fun. So for adhering these, I am going to use foam tape. Generally, I have been lately trying to use less foam tape, mostly because it's expensive. And quite honestly, I'd rather be spending my craft money on stamps and stencils and dies than on foam tape. But I also find that for things like this, like mixed media panels, where there might be a slight warp to the cardstock, I just find that foam tape is kind of more forgiving. And in the end, I think it will sit nicer to my card panel. Make it look less warped. Because at the end of the day, I want my card to survive the mail. And, oh, so close. And I don't want it to be all smushed. So I'm going to do foam tape today. Just going to tape up the other one. Sometimes when I have panels that are a little bit bent, I do like to also just zip them through my Mink machine. I have one of those Mink like foil machines. It's kind of like a fancy laminator that allows you to, well, foil things. And I love to just, I honestly probably use it more for that than for foiling. Just running panels through and flattening them out. Because I really don't have the patience to like tuck everything in a book and wait until later. Sometimes you just want to keep going, and that's a really good option to do that too. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to lay these out yet, but I am going to go ahead and just peel off the release paper from the backs. One more, almost there. Okay, I'm just going to stand up and look straight down through this guy. Sorry if my face is in the way. Ooh, is that upside down? It is. That would have been disastrous, but not really. I still would have sent it to somebody. Okay, there's one. Going to do the same with the second card. Sometimes I like to make my own foam tape panels just with foam and double-sided tape, and I just trim them down to the size of a card panel so I don't have to fiddle around with these little strips. But I used them all when I was getting ready for Christmas cards, so I'll have to make some more because I miss those. I really prefer those to the foam tape. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna just assemble my butterflies. I'm thinking I'll do the 3. Yeah, I don't think there's any wrong answer here. I'm gonna do the 3 though. Hopefully I glue these together pretty straight. I like the liquid glue because it's a little more forgiving, so I can wiggle it around if it's not awesome. If it's less than awesome, I should say. What do I want to do here? I'll just glue in the middle too. It's pretty sturdy die cut. I think just that glue in the middle will be enough. So yeah, we have the option to glue everywhere and make it flat if we wanted to. but I'm thinking that after the glue dries, I kind of want to floof up the wings after to give it a little dimension. Because overall, this card is very simple. I know, very simple. We only did a million layers of stuff on the background. But I really want the butterfly to be able to shine too. And I think that just by giving it a little bit of dimension, it'll be a little bit more interesting to the recipient. A little bit of glue there. I love these bottles of glue with the fine tip applicators. Okay. Oh, I got glue fingerprints. That's okay. Take that off. Good as new. Good as new. Oh, I did it again. Okay. So yeah, we're at final go here. I don't even know which one I want to pick. I like this one. No such thing as too much happy. I quite like that. I could do it like that. I like the celebrate. It's kind of big to put on top. I could put the celebrate under that guy. The best wishes is, ooh, the best wishes is cute. Congratulations is also cute. Ooh, I like the congratulations actually. I think I'm going to go with those. So I'm just going to throw some glue on the back of this guy. So on this bottom layer, I'm going to add glue kind of everywhere. Whoop. And then I'll floof the wings after. So that's centered-ish and straight-ish. I think I want the no such... yeah, I kind of like that on the side. Maybe I'll even throw just a little piece of foam tape under there. Because, you know, can we really have too much dimension going on in this card? Do I want that there? Do I want it a little lower maybe? Oh my gosh, I don't know decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna stick it there. Okay, and then this guy, I think my tape is too wide. Ooh, I got the skinny one. Yeah, I just love butterflies. I never made cards with them for the longest time because honestly, I don't know why. I thought they were kind of girly, or, you know, I kind of thought to myself, who would want a card with a butterfly on it? But there's so many gorgeous die stamp sets, stencils, you know, all the butterfly things. And the more that I use them, I realize that they're literally amazing for every occasion. Like somebody's graduating, sure, butterfly. Birthday, sure, butterfly. Sympathy card, you can also do a butterfly. Yeah, you could literally use them for all the occasions. So they're pretty good to have on hand. Just kind of eyeballing that. Straightish. There we go. So I'm just going to flip you back to the other camera and say goodbye. So thank you so much for crafting along with me today if you did. If you didn't, thanks for being here. You can find me on Instagram too at Crafted by Nicole LeBlanc. I would love it if you would share any projects that you're making with me. Hope you enjoyed making these cuties today. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please do give this video a thumbs up. I'd also love it if you would subscribe and hang out with me for more crafty projects. And until next time, keeping it crafty. Hope you're keeping it crafty. Bye.